appears to be a surprise attack. In the early hours of this morning, Egyptian airfields came under heavy bombardment from Israeli warplanes. There are further reports of fighting between Israeli and Egyptian troops around the town of Rafah.
El nieto, la tía, el sobrino, la sombrina. Ok, Philip, ¿cómo se llama tu madre?
Call for Miss Hjort.
The telephone's for school business, not private calls.
Where's Ingrid? She forgot something.
Morning.
Sir? Oh, what's burning?
Breakfast. Sooner Mum and Joan get back, the better.
From where?
Mum's Aunt Reenie. She's had a turn. It's just the mornings, he's fine.
Sir?
What? Much in?
Knights have handed over a missing person, Ingrid Hjort, Danish national, 22, au pair to Dr. Lorenz.
What's this?
Lunch?
I didn't have to do that. I could have got something from the canteen.
Well, I can't say they'll be up to Mum's.
I'm sure they'll be smashing. Right, get to it.
Ah, Thursday. I was just saying to Strange, in light of his promotion, it's not always easy. Stepping into another man's shoes, especially one so capable and well admired as D.S. Jakes. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
But I'm sure you'll make a very fine fist of it. Best foot forward.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, sir. There's a Dr. Lorenz at the front desk. He says he's an appointment, something about a missing person.
Send him up, would you?
When did you last see her?
Yesterday evening, she went to night school. When I saw the boys had not been got up this morning, I knocked at her door. There was no reply, so I went in. And she wasn't there. Today would have been her afternoon off.
And who looks after your sons then?
Their grandmother on my wife's side. She died 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm very sorry. How long has Miss Hjort worked for you?
A year, just over.
Was that through an agency or?
No, I know her father. We work in the same field, wildlife conservation.
Have you spoken to her parents?
Not yet. I did not want to worry them prematurely.
Hello? Good morning.
The office isn't open to the public until 4. If you want to enrol, you'll have to come back then.
Detective Constable Morse, City Police. I'm trying to find out if there was a student here last night. Ingrid Hjort, conversational Spanish. Mr.
Turnbull. I wouldn't know about that.
Is there anyone who can tell me if she was here or not?
Mr. Bryden, I suppose. 5C. Suppose you want me to show you.
If it isn't too much trouble.
Had these run off on her passport.
Where'd she go missing?
I'm not too sure, sir, but Dr. Lorenz last saw her heading off to night school.
What night school? Not Applehurst Road by any chance, was it?
It was, actually. Why?
She came with us to the pub, but left after about 5 minutes. Said she left her purse.
But you expected her to return?
I assumed she would. To be honest, I don't suppose I gave much thought to it.
I don't suppose you know which way she would have gone when she left the pub?
The same way we came, I suppose, through the park.
What about boyfriends?
As a matter of fact, there is a lad, a student in my class. I think they've been out once or twice. He works as a groundsman at Crèvecoeur Hall. Big place out by Swinford, owned by a family called Mortmain.
And does he have a name?
Philip Hathaway.
Good afternoon. I'm Detective Constable Morse, City Police. I'm looking for Philip Hathaway.
May I introduce my brother?
Guy, this is Mr. Morse. He's a policeman from town.
Detective Constable Morse.
He's looking for Philip.
Why, is he in trouble?
Jeff Craven, our land agent. No, not so far as I know. He may be able to help us with our inquiries. So, Mr. Hathaway, nobody's seen her since she left the pub last night.
Right.
It's just that someone said you and she...
Me and Ingrid? No.
Oh.
We went for a drink once, when she first started night school, but it didn't go nowhere. Anywhere.
What about her employer? Dr. Lorenz, did she ever mention him?
I heard her say to Mr. Bryden he's been in a bit of a mood lately. Trouble is work, I think.
What do they like to work for, the Mortmaids?
They've been all right to me.
What about, Craven, is it? The land agent.
He's the Earl's man. He's not really a land agent. They just call him that for... well, something to call him, really. Bosses me about, mostly.
You don't like that?
Do you?
Thank you.
She had a phone call last night. It's just come to me. The caretaker came and got her from class.
What time was this?
About 7:30, 8.
Anything on this missing person?
Morse is looking into it, sir. But I've been thinking, Sandra Jordan, before your time, June 63. She was blonde, good-looking girl, like this latest. Sex case. Attacked on the way home from work, half-strangled, head injuries, been in a coma ever since.
You think there's a connection?
Her route home from work would have taken her past Applehurst Road Night School, this au pair's last known destination.
Unsolved, presumably.
Sandra was in my Jones year at school. Everything to her parents.
Awful thing to lose a daughter. Or as good as. Any child. The best not get their hopes up.
They're past that, sir. Her father, at least, drank himself to death. But I made a promise to her mother. You think it's more than just a missing person?
Well, there's no friends or boyfriend she might have stayed with. Her passport still is her lodgings. Why would she abandon her charges? All taken together, I don't think it looks promising.
Sandra Jordan, attacked 5th of June, 63.
4 years to the day.
See if there's something else that strikes that's...
Shall I fetch someone? What did they say at your checkup?
I said I'm fine.
You didn't go, did you?
Don't you start. Get enough of that at home. Have a lump of metal rattling about. What do you expect? This catches me the wrong way once in a while is all. You want something to mither about with that bloody great brain of yours, see if you can't find something useful on the Sandra Jordan case. Something that connects her to Ingrid Hjort, maybe. And Morse. Not a word of this to Mrs. Thursday or Joan, all right?
Once a true love of mine. Are we going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me.
Hey, wait!
If you want me, you're gonna have to catch me.
Mr. Turnbull?
Give you jump, did they? Shrunken heads?
What's all this? Taxidermy.
It's a hobby. Don't you need a warrant to come poking?
It's about Ingrid Hjort.
She's not turned up yet, then?
Not yet. The thing is, she came back here Monday night, or at least left the pub with the intention of coming back here. Thought she'd forgotten something. Her purse, Mr. Bryden thought it might have been.
Well, I never saw her.
You sure? You might have been in another part of the building, mightn't you?
I locked up. As soon as the lass had gone. Went to working men's on Ward Lane. So she couldn't have got in even if she wanted to.
Someone also said that she received a phone call. Here, a personal call. They said you came and got her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I have so much to do, it must have slipped my mind.
Was it a man or a woman?
Man.
Local? Or well-spoken?
I can't remember. I just took her name and came and fetched her.
What about this purse? Did you find one?
I'd have said if I had.
That might have slipped your mind too. How long was it you said you worked here for?
2 years.
You weren't here in '63 then?
No. I wasn't.
Well, the park closes about 9:30. We ring a bell half an hour before the gates are locked. Oi! No radios! By order! It's a family park, it's not a monkey house. Go on! Before I fetch a bucket of water. They could do with a good wash. Long hair. Can't tell the boys from the girls these days. National service, that's what they want.
There's no chance she would have got stuck in the park.
I'm sure I'd have seen her. A blonde, you see?
Quite striking. She'd have had an accent, Danish.
I didn't see a soul. Sometimes get one or two, maybe doze off and miss the bell, but not Monday night.
So what did the policeman want?
Someone I know slightly. She's gone missing.
Oh, someone you know slightly. All the lingo now, eh? Proper English gentleman. Don't get ideas, boy. I see how you look at her. You know bloody well who.
Whom?
Don't push it. You bring the police around here, you'll be out, boy. Out. You mind your place.
There was another young woman, Sandra Jordan. She was attacked the first week of June '63. She was a blonde, like Ingrid Hjort.
First week, you say? Mm-hmm. Oh, I was off that week. Porthcawl, we had a caravan there. Dolly, my wife, rest her soul. She was very fond of the seaside. So it all passed me by, I'm afraid. Except what I read in the papers.
Well, I'd be grateful for a list of all of your employees, groundsmen and so forth, and if you could highlight any that were working here then.
Well, if you think so, but they've all been thoroughly vetted.
The route Sandra Jordan took home from work every evening is almost identical to that, most likely taken by Ingrid Hjort, insofar as it took them both past the park and the night school.
And it was the 5th of June that Sandra Jordan was attacked, the same date Ingrid Hjort was last seen alive.
Anything from the night school?
Nothing from her tutor, Bryden, nor the caretaker, Turnbull, yet.
This classmate, Philip Hathaway, groundsman at Creve Court, fined and banned over in March for a breach of the peace. Pub brawl. What?
Morse?
Anything on this phone call she received?
I've spoken to the GPO, sir. And the only call that went through to the night school after 7:30 was made from a phone box on the high.
All right, well, keep me apprised of any developments. Chester?
So?
Something down by the river, sir. Sounds like it might be a drowning. Ricky what?
Parker.
Parker. Was he a college boy?
Town, I think. But I only met him last night. We went off for a swim and I thought he was coming in with me, but he didn't. And by the time I got back to the bank, he wasn't there.
Did you look for him?
One of the punts was gone. I thought maybe he'd gone back to town. But when we took all the rest back first thing, the hireman said they were still one short.
And this is where you left him?
Well, yes. I mean, I think so, but it was dark. You know, I just wondered whether he might have come in after me and, I don't know, got into difficulty.
Why? Had you been drinking?
Well, I wasn't drunk. Look, you better stay back.
Don't come any closer.
What is it?
So where's the rest of it?
God knows.
Axe, do you think?
Maybe.
Is there a Morse here?
Yes. DC Morse.
Professor Kemp, Home Office pathologist. Something wrong?
No. We expected Dr. De Bryn, that's all.
Fly fishing on the Tay, I believe. You have a body for me?
Yes.
Just the arm, is it?
So far.
Yes, well, drowned most likely. Drinking, was he? Boat comes through, propeller hits the body, takes the arm off.
You sure?
His girlfriend thinks it's more likely he went in downriver. Hard to see how the arm would have washed up here against the current.
Well, she's mistaken, clearly. I'll run a diatom test, naturally, but in my considered opinion, you're looking at a drowning, and that's what my report will say. Good day.
Right. Get a diving team out. Let's see if we can find the rest of him.
Sir, you all right to finish up?
Yes.
The pathologist wasn't long.
You okay? Bit of a shock?
That's life in a blue suit.
Police. Seems an unexpected choice for someone like yourself.
What is someone like myself?
I don't know. Bright, I suppose.
What are bright girls supposed to do? Marry well?
Oh, I just meant it can be a pretty grim kind of a calling.
Maybe I like grim. Doesn't feel right.
No. No, it doesn't.
Is there any news about Ingrid?
She's reported as having said you've been in a bit of a mood lately.
I have been.
Something to do with your work, perhaps?
Some specimens were mislaid in the laboratory, but that's all.
What kind of specimens?
Urine, in the main. I am conducting a study into the neurobiology of chemical communication in mammals. A dog, for example, cocks its leg against a lamppost. We're looking at the composition of what it leaves behind, what chemical information might be contained in such material. Would you excuse me a moment? Yes, he is. Inspector, Detective Sergeant Strange.
I didn't want to say anything in front of him in case it goes nowhere, but we've a sighting of a woman answering Ingrid Hjort's description just after 9 o'clock the evening she went missing.
Where?
Just along from the night school. Witnesses are Mr. Gregory, a pools collector. He was doing his rounds. He saw a woman he took to be Ingrid standing at the curb. Car pulled up, she got in.
Don't suppose he got a registration?
Strange is running it now. Oh, and when you're done here, Strange says there's a bird watcher gone overdue.
A bird watcher?
Dr. Moxon from Wolsey College went up to Wysham Woods at the weekend. Had a tutorial yesterday, never turned up. Go and take a look-see.
It's a job for county, I'd have thought.
They asked if we'd anyone spare.
Oh, and that's me, is it?
Division of Labour. They also serve...
We go stomping around the forest looking for lost bird watchers. Well, Wysam's pretty big. He could be anywhere.
Well, if anyone can find him, you can.
Mr. Hodges, you were seeing your car that evening. Where were you going?
I was on my way to the off-licence. I like a drop of pale ale with my tea. Well, they'd run out. So I thought I'd take back the empties, get a couple of bottles, you know. She flagged me down.
She flagged you down?
She looked upset. I'm not one to ignore a damsel in distress. That's not how I was brought up.
So you pulled over?
Yes. I wound my window down, asked her if she was all right. She said she'd lost her purse and didn't have the bus fare. I felt sorry for her, so I said I'd run her.
Why didn't you just give her the fare?
I don't know. I just said it. It was a lovely evening, little run out.
Run out? Where?
Home, she said.
Where was that? Specifically?
Oh, out at Whiteham Woods.
It's not mine. If you were planning on sending throughout the kingdom to know whomsoever the shoe will fit. I saw you up at the house yesterday.
Yes.
You're the police?
Well, I'm one of them.
Julia. Mortmain.
Mort.
My brother said something about a missing girl.
That's right.
Is that what you're doing here? Hers?
Possibly.
Good luck. I hope you find her. That she's all right.
So what? You just left her there? Dark, wasn't it?
It's where she wanted to go. She just said thank you, got out of the car. I drove back into town.
Why didn't you tell DC Morse when he asked if you'd seen her?
I didn't want to get involved, I suppose. Oh, man, my age, giving lifts to young women. Sort of thing you read about in the Sunday papers. I was just being a good Samaritan. I left her alive and well.
A knife's done this.
So where's Moxham?
And the last date in a sketchbook is Monday.
Same day Ingrid went missing.
If Hodges' story is on the level, maybe she came up here to meet him.
Confirmed bachelor, according to the college.
50 odd. The only birds he'd any interest in are the feathered sort.
She must have taken it with her from the pilot home.
Dr. Lorenz, I must ask you, was your relationship with Ingrid Hjort purely that of employer and employee?
You mean, was she my mistress? That's a lot to infer from her borrowing a handkerchief.
Is there any reason you can think of why she'd have to go up to Whiteham Woods at that time of the evening?
None at all.
Did she ever mention a Dr. Moxon to you?
Not to me.
You have any enemies, the Parker boy?
None. Apprentice baker. Well liked at his work. Good son to his parents. Never in any trouble.
What do you think happened to Moxon?
Same as happened to Ingrid.
Maybe Moxham heard her being attacked.
Judging by the state of his camp, whatever happened to Moxham took place there.
Maybe it was the other way round. Maybe she stumbled onto whatever happened to Moxham and whoever did for him went after her.
The police were up at Wadham this afternoon.
I ran into the one that was here yesterday.
What were you doing there? Pass.
I went for a walk in the Hurtwood and just straight into Whiteham.
Quite a lot of them there. Pass. Must be quite serious.
You found a shoe, the policeman. This missing girl. Double.
Can't imagine it's anything.
Works for Hector, doesn't she?
Does she? A redouble.
What are you doing, matey?
Come in.
Oh, cheers. This is you, is it? Very nice. All the mod cons?
Bare necessities.
Oh, I got you something. Sort of housewarming. Yeah, it's not bad, this, is it? Woman in the shop said it was bang up to date. All the latest classics.
You shouldn't have.
Listen, when you've had an earful, I thought we might make a boys' night out of it.
Boys' night out?
At the pub. You and me. Or we could give the other side a go. There you go. Bradford's. That was right, wasn't it?
Thanks. Bit cloudy.
What, you want me to,
No. It'll settle, I expect. So, what's that?
Oh, double diamond.
Since when? You've always been a farmer's man.
Ah, it's for old blokes, better. If you want to be with it, it's got to be lager.
Is that what they swill up at Division? Or down the lodge? Thought Jakes was bad with that muck.
I know that's how you think I got it.
I didn't mean...
No, maybe that's part of it. It's nothing you couldn't do. Rank's not about brains. It's about playing the game. Or not. In your case. You rub people up the wrong way.
Not intentionally.
No, it just happens, does it?
Look, you don't need to buy me records or take me for a drink.
Maybe. All the same, I just wanted to say we're still mates.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Back in a sec, Papa.
This is Moxham's, is it? Anything?
No. Just birds.
What did you expect to find?
I don't know. Picture of his murderer, maybe?
You think he's dead?
I don't suppose the divers have turned up any more of Ricky Parker.
No, but a girlfriend at County mentioned something. A woman called Mrs. Parr, her house is near Krevka. She reported her livestock taken. You might want to take a look.
Some sort of animal.
Well, that's what she thought.
But she didn't actually see it.
No, sir. I just thought it was worth taking a look, given what's happened to Ricky Parker and now the disappearance of Dr. Moxham and Ingrid Hjort out at Whiteham.
You think they're somehow connected?
Well, by the river, certainly. It backs onto Whiteham, and Mrs. Parr's cottage is no more than a stone's throw away.
And given the state of Dr. Moxham's camp. Beast of Binsey, maybe?
Come on. That was doing the rounds when I was up.
Beast of what was it?
Beast of Binsey, sir. It's a local legend amongst county boys. She savaged, else disappeared. It's usually on a full moon.
Or a full bladder? No. This is dog or something. Hmm?
It must have been of a decent size, sir. Make off with a goat like that.
Well, if there is something out there, you better find a way to prove it.
Sir.
I don't remember ordering a taxi.
You're needed.
The remains would appear to be those of a well-nourished male in his early 20s. Left arm severed below the elbow, with flesh at the trauma site torn, and the humerus sheared through, with portions of denuded bone remaining. Well, this was no punting accident. It wasn't a boat propeller. And it wasn't Lizzie Borden. If I didn't know better, I'd have to say these injuries accord with the bite of a large mammal of the order Carnivora. Most likely family Felidae, genus Panthera.
A big cat, for the love of God.
I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that's what it looks like. There's a difference.
I'll have no part of this. You always were a fool, de Bryn.
Just got word from county. Farmers have organised some sort of hunt for first thing. Mr. Buck wants all hands on deck.
Up for a field trip, Doctor? In a purely advisory capacity.
Hector.
Where's your brother?
The locals must have got wind we were up here looking for Ingrid Hjort.
Is there any notion of our supposed quarry?
Jaguar, perhaps? Cougar? They're both crepuscular by habit, and their favoured hunting spots usually tend to centre upon a watering hole.
In Oxford.
Ricky Parker was killed around twilight by the river.
Well, whatever it is, I've given orders it's to be shot on sight. If it's turned from cattle to human flesh, there'll be no going back. Believe me, I know.
You come across this sort of thing before, have you?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Who's this?
It's Mr. Craven, sir. He's the land agent over at Crevcourt.
What's your interest?
Wood's back onto the estate. His lordship asked me to keep an eye on things. Where was this?
In India, before the war, I was a young subaltern in the colonial police. Not far from Pankot, where there'd been all that thuggy business in 35. Man-eater had been stalking the fire track between Kot Kindri, Tanakpur, picking off villagers, herdsmen, children. Bad go altogether.
What about you, Mr. Craven? You much experience in that regard?
Enough to know the only thing you're likely to bag today is a wild goose. Good hunting.
Right for water, Constable?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If we should encounter anything, you stay by me, yes?
So what happened to this man-eater of yours, Chief Superintendent?
Not something I wish to dwell on, Mr. Craven.
I'm sure Missy would love to hear about it, hmm? She'd be most impressed.
Not if you don't want to.
No. Well, myself and the local commissioner, McKendrick, we tracked it into the Suagad ravine. The tiger had cached its kill in a wallow to keep away the hornets and blowflies, so we staked it out from a macan.
Tree-hide, huh?
That's right. McKendrick took first watch. He must have fallen asleep. First thing I knew was this fearful blow to my left arm. And McKendrick was being hauled down the tree with his neck in the tiger's jaws.
Did you get it, sir?
Oh, yes. I must have blacked out from loss of blood as I woke up in hospital. Yes, that was the end of the man-eater of Kot Kendry.
It sounds frightfully heroic.
No, I fear not. A hero would have saved McKendrick.
Well, tells a good tale, young man. I'll give him that.
Mr. Bright says that's how it happened. That's how it happened.
What, him? You've only got to look at him. One sniff of a man-eater be hiding under his desk.
You clearly don't know Mr. Bright.
I know a man who's all head and no kettle when I see one.
It's in the trees.
It's coming!
Hector Lorenz. So what was it?
Death due to massive hemorrhaging. An ambush predator typically goes for the neck. No bite marks. As you can see, he's just been, well, slashed open.
Where the hell could something like that have come from?
Circus, perhaps? Private zoo? Though I think it unlikely something like that could roam long abroad without someone seeing it.
If it's not a big cat, what is it? What else could inflict those kind of injuries?
3 or 4 hooked blades, perhaps? Aligned just so. Unlikely, I know, but I'll know more after the post-mortem.
Maybe Craven was right. Maybe it is a wild goose chase, for an animal at least.
First is up here, now Dr. Lorenz himself.
That's meant. Intentional. There's design behind it. It's not some random act of nature.
Did he say anything? Give you any idea what had happened?
He was pretty far gone. Man-eater. That's the only thing I could get out of him. And then he just... Did you see anything? I just ran.
All right. Don't distress yourself. Come on. What was Dr. Lorenz doing out there anyway?
He'd been up to Krevker, sir, and left his briefcase there. His lordship sent the boy up there after him.
Why would he go into the woods at all if his business was at Krevker?
What did Dr. Lorenz want to see you about?
Certain specimens had disappeared from his laboratory.
And what business would that be of yours?
Dr. Lorenz was the Mortmain chair. The family have donated generously to the university over the years. Lately, we've been funding his research. Into what? A breeding program for endangered species, exploring the possibilities of artificial insemination. It's expensive work. Opening the park will bring in vital revenue.
Opening the park?
I plan to turn Krevker into a nature reserve.
A safari park?
Are there any wild animals at Krevkor now?
No. My parents liked to keep 1 or 2 cubs about the place when we were young.
What sort of cubs?
A lion, tiger, cheetah, a panther once. But they were all reintroduced into the wild a long time ago.
What's all this?
There's been some sort of accident up in the woods. It's Hector Lorenz. I'm afraid he's been killed.
But he can't be. I was only talking to him this morning. What happened? An accident?
We're keeping an open mind, miss, but it may have been an animal that attacked him. A big cat.
They're mistaken, of course. George? George. Perhaps you should see about fetching the officers some tea. I'm sorry, I didn't like to get into it in front of George, but
There's a reason we got rid of the big cat. She was mauled, quite badly, when she was younger, by Brutus, one of the Bengals, a juvenile.
What about escapes? These cubs? There's been reports of a wild animal taking livestock for some years now.
The Beast of Binzi, that's just folklore.
4 legs or 2, it was something more than folklore that killed Dr. Lorenz. It could just as easily have been someone rather than something hiding in the woods to waylay him.
Well, whoever or whatever it was, it's nothing to do with anyone here.
I've made a request of division for assistance from the territorials to contain the area. No one in or out until we know what we're dealing with. Man or beast, too many people have died already.
Yes. We got his briefcase. Uniform found this not far from the body. It's Park's department issue. Could be Hodges, couldn't it? Maybe he used it to bury Ingrid York.
Let's have him brought in. You better stay and take formal statements from the family and anyone here that saw him this morning. We'll talk to Lawrence's colleagues at the science park, see if they can shed any light.
It has your father's blessing, the park.
As much as anything. It's all very well being the spare, but one has to do something with one's time.
How was it you came to send Philip after Dr. Lorenz?
First person I bumped into. Said he saw him heading into the Hurtwood.
And where did you find his case?
I didn't. Julia did.
Well, I'll need to speak to her. And Georgina, too.
Is that really necessary? They both had a lot to cope with, one way or another.
Such as?
Well, George you know about, but Julia's husband died. A boating accident on the honeymoon. I really would sooner you didn't trouble them.
It's what we do, I'm afraid. What did you make of him, Dr. Lorenz?
I thought that he was using Guy. Using my family's money. It was always going to end badly for him. We're bad blood. The Mortmains. Rotten. Through and through.
Oh, do you count yourself amongst that?
Of course. I must be bad, mustn't I? I've been punished enough.
Your husband? I'm sorry. Tragic as it was an accident, not divine judgment.
I thought, when I fell in love, that it would be some kind of fresh start. The slate wiped clean. All sins forgiven. But there can be no absolution without true contrition.
Why? What do you need to atone for?
I don't know. No, I've tried to be good. But it must just be something inside of me.
After she got out of the car, I sat there for a bit, watching the sun go down. And then I heard her scream. It was horrible. I went to see if she was all right, so I got the shovel out of the boot to protect myself. Only with the dark and everything, I panicked, I suppose. I must have stumbled and lost the shovel.
Yeah, a likely story. See, the Earl liked to hunt. That's my business, big game. Hector Lorenz disapproves, and never saw eye to eye.
What happened to the Bengal that mauled Georgina?
Destroyed. A man called Goggins was in charge when she got attacked. I was in Freetown at the time. The way I heard it, the Earl took them both up to the woods, he shot the tiger, and then he told Goggins he'd get the same if he ever showed his face at Crevcourt again.
This Goggins, would you have an address for him?
6 years ago. I'll see what I can find.
I know what I heard. There was someone else out there in the woods.
Come on. First, you never seen her. Then, when we find out she got into your car, you admit you've given her a lift. You told us you dropped her off and drove home. Now you're telling us you got out of the car and went looking for her with a shovel. You know what I think? I think you went after her with your shovel because you didn't plan on making the same mistake you made with Sandra Jordan.
What mistake?
You left her alive.
You can't prove any of this.
We will. Believe me.
Have you come to pray?
Not today.
I'm praying for the Holy Land. They're bombing Galilee.
Does Dr. Lorenz get a mention in dispatches?
He used to come away with us when we were younger. We all had the most hopeless crush on him for a while. Me, Julia, even Mummy, which Papa found desperately amusing.
Your brother told me about the tiger. You must have been very frightened.
You'd think. Truth is, I don't remember much about it. Just being knocked down and feeling wet. Blood, I suppose. It only hurt later. But he didn't mean it. He was only playing.
Playing?
Of course. If Brutus had wanted to kill me, he would have. Besides, it was my fault. I must have done something. If you tease a cat, don't be surprised if you get scratched. We saw very little of our parents after that.
Where is the Earl?
Nairobi. He's happy there. Mummy lives in Rome, to be near to the Holy Father. You see, it really was my fault. Daddy had to shoot him. And he did love Brutus so. Broke his heart, I think.
Think he really shot it?
6 years ago. You can't keep the tiger hidden all that time and nobody know about it.
So what about the screams that Hodges heard? That was Ingrid, wasn't it?
He's lying. For my money, he attacked Sandra Jordan and did for Ingrid too.
So it was a coincidence that Dr. Lorenz was killed in the same place as his au pair?
Maybe.
Well, what about Dr. Moxon and the Parker boy? Where do they fit in?
Well, there's two possibilities. Either there's a tiger roaming Oxfordshire killing people at random, or somebody wants us to think there is.
So brew there. Tea cake on the side.
Mum should go away more often.
Is everything all right? Sat in the dark.
Oh, just work, you know. Some things get you more than others. Everything all right with you?
Me?
We don't get to talk much. Hard to get a word in with your mum and Joan around.
I know.
It's funny, there's never enough time to say the things you mean to, that you should, the important things, things that matter. I'm proud of you, you know that. When is it you go off on your basic?
End of the month.
That soon? Army. Sure it's what you want?
See the world?
I always thought you'd end up in some cushy number, clerical, 9 to 5, somewhere where you could wear a clean shirt every day.
The football's on.
Is it?
Highlights.
Oh, come through.
Well, you don't have to, not if you've stuff to do. This would work. Whatever it is. You'll get him.
Will I?
Of course. You're my dad.
Thought we might have a ponder.
Come in.
Dr. Lawrence, isn't it?
It's taken from a box of slides I found at his house. It was a safari he was on with the Mormains. Craven's there too.
When was this?
Undated 2 or 3 years ago. Don't mind the,
You'll have to get an au pair.
You still think that was the park keeper?
For the women? It's him all right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Maybe there's 2 cases here and one's getting in the way of the other.
I'd wondered that. Now, Dr. Lorenz's injuries. If it wasn't a big cat. Ever heard of the Leopard Men of West Africa?
Didn't come up much down Petticoat Lane, no.
It's a cult. Reached its height about 20 years ago in Nigeria and Sierra Leone. Over 100 deaths.
Murders, you mean?
Performed by an executioner called the Batiyeli, who dresses in a leopard skin robe and mask. Then the chosen victim is slashed and mauled to death using a ceremonial steel claw.
You want me to go into Mr. Bright's office and tell him there's a West African leopard cult operating in Oxford?
No. But maybe whoever killed Lorenz has read about them, or has some direct knowledge of them. Or maybe they've been to Africa.
Craven?
Or Guy Mormain.
Why not the women?
No, I can't see it. Even with this ceremonial claw, I can't see either of them having the strength to wield it, not to inflict the kind of injuries that Dr. Lorenz had. Oh, I don't know. But I've got a feeling that somehow Krevker is at the heart of it.
The only thing that appears to be missing from the laboratory is a vial of musk. There's a chap called Shala in India. According to the Boffins, he's been developing a theory that when a tigress comes into season, she marks her territory by spraying the area with a distinctive scent to show that she's receptive to mating.
And that's this musk, is it?
Well, does it have any commercial value?
Not according to Dr. Lorenz's colleagues. Purely of scientific interest.
Yes. Oh. That's first-rate work, Constable.
Dear Strange?
Anything further on this Goggins character?
Not yet, sir. It's his sister's number we got. She's at work. We left her a message to give us a call when she got back.
Matey, it's for you. Bloke called Turnbull.
I found this last night down the back of the lady's lav. Money's all there. Must have fallen out of her pocket or handbag. We square then?
Yes, we're square. Thank you.
She'd been very upset a couple of months ago in class. I gave her my number in case she wanted to talk.
And did she?
We met for a coffee in town. She was having problems with her employer.
What sort of problems?
Some previous au pair he tried to give the brush off. She saw him out somewhere with Ingrid and got hold of the wrong end of the stick.
Why was Ingrid upset about that?
She came up to Ingrid in the street and told her she was going to write to her parents and tell them what was going on.
But what was going on?
They were lovers. But Ingrid was going to call it off. And it was Dr. Lorenz who telephoned the night school the evening she went missing. She told me on the way over to the pub.
You should have said something sooner. Well, better late than never. DC Morse will see you out.
Just got off the blow with the Taffs. Just thought I'd run Hodges' alibi past them. That first week in June, 63, he was supposed to be in Porthcawl with his wife. There was a fire at the caravan park late May. The place was closed for safety reasons.
Right.
No empties.
Did you make the off license? You told DI Thursday when you bumped into Ingrid you were taking back some empties.
No, I forgot all about it. Would have been too late by then anyway. Old Tom was chiming 10 by the time I got back into town.
Which off license was it?
Marshall's.
On the Banbury Road?
Yes, what of it?
What DC Morse is getting at is that it was an odd route you were taking from the park to Marshall's.
To have bumped into Ingrid, you would have had to have been travelling in the opposite direction to where you wanted to go.
Look, you can twist it any way you like. I didn't touch her. And there's no way you can prove I did.
Can't prove it. Can't prove it.
Can't prove it.
Can't prove it, sir! Get him off me! Come on! Sir, come on! All right. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Get him out of here!
Has he said anything?
No.
Should have seen it coming. He's not been right since Blenheim Vale.
Hodges has put his hands up to it. Better miss attacking Sandra Jordan.
What about Ingrid?
FME's getting him patched up now.
Why?
He was laughing at us. I've had 30 years of bastards like that grinning and getting away with it. Well, not this time. Could have been my Joan in that hospital bed.
Strange found evidence at his hut. Pair of knickers with Sandra Jordan's initials written on the wash tag. Length of rope in his glove compartment. You could have had him! Clean and by the book!
There are no bad men, Thursday, only bad officers. Hodges fell down the steps on the way back to his cell.
Sir.
That'll be my report. There isn't a man in this station who will gainsay, but you need to get home. You need to rest. You need to keep your checkups.
There's nothing they can do. They told me it's too close to the heart.
Listen.
All right, day to day.
We've managed to bring Goggins' sister to ground. We've got an address for him.
You sure this is it?
This is Goggins' last known address, according to his sister. Sir? Sir?
Goggins?
It's Goggins, all right.
He's had a tiger here.
Sounds like big enough to house a dog in.
Poor creature must have been driven half mad. He's come out to feed it and forgotten to latch the door properly.
Ingrid was wearing something like that, wasn't she?
What? The tigers dragged her back here? What it could carry?
Why the hell would you want to keep a tiger in here? How could he afford to feed it, for one thing?
I don't think he did. I think he was keeping it for someone who could afford it.
That vial of musk, taken from the Animal Research Centre, that's somehow part of it.
All of it, I think. Man-eater.
We've strong reason to believe that the animal that killed Ingrid Hjort, Dr. Lorenz, and others is the same that your father kept here at Crèvecoeur.
On what evidence?
On the evidence of the declaration of a dying man. Someone with moments to live and no reason to lie. Dr. Lorenz.
I spoke to Hathaway. The only thing Lorenz said was man-eater.
Hector Lorenz was Ecuadorian. I think in extremis he reverted to his native tongue. What Philip heard him say wasn't man-eater, it was manita, which is Spanish for little sister. I think he meant your little sister.
Georgie?
I think Georgina was in love with him. I can't say for certain what passed between them, but I think the key point is her affections went unrequited.
We think she'd taken to following him to find out who he was involved with romantically.
There was a scene outside of his work with a young woman his colleagues took to be a former au pair. I suspect if we were to put her in a lineup, Dr. Lorenz's colleagues would soon pick out Lady Georgina as that young woman.
Your sister discovered that not only was the animal that attacked her still alive, but that Dr. Lorenz was using it as part of his research.
I think she'd planned to use the tiger to exact her revenge, only Goggins got careless and the animal escaped. It looks as if it was your sister stole the tigress musk and dosed Dr. Lorenz's handkerchief with it in the hope that it would bring the animal to him.
But Ingrid Hjort borrowed it. Unfortunately, she fell foul of someone who brought her out to Whiteham.
Hello there. Would you like me to give you a lift?
Whatever musk remained on the handkerchief brought the tiger to her.
It also looks as if the doctor made the connection that it was your sister who stole the vial of musk from his laboratory.
That's what he came to say the day he died. I thought it sounded insane.
Is she at home?
I believe she's down by Tiberius's memorial.
I'll fetch her. You better call in a van, scene of crime. We'll want firearms too if it comes back.
I'll need to use your telephone.
There's no chance this is all some ghastly mistake.
Oh, we found a rag up at Goggins' place, presumably soaked in this musk in an attempt to bring it back.
All the same, how do you know that Georgie put it there?
The rag was tied in place with red wool. The same red wool I saw her with when I first came here.
Red wool, you say?
Yes. Why?
now, Lady Mortmain. I believe you know why.
There's more like this up at the woods. Thought it was just a game you guys were playing.
Maybe she was trying to lure it back to the estate.
It's here.
What?
In the maze. Then we've got it cornered.
My God. Julia's in there with Milo.
I'll get a rifle.
Two! Wait here. Tell Inspector Thursday what's going on.
It's here, it's in the maze. Julia's there. The boy's there too. Get in the car.
You, stay with her.
You wait for Thursday.
I've seen him. This is my business, guy.
It's my sister.
Smart kid.
When armed support arrives, I want 2 men on each exit. Nothing on 4 legs gets out alive. Yes? Sir. Carry on. Stout heart, Constable. Keep by Sergeant Strange. He's the best man in a pinch. Strange?
Sir.
So, you're not going in?
Our friends are in peril of their lives. They will not fail us. No more should we fail them.
What's happened? I heard a shot.
Oh, just stay close by me.
Where do you think you're going?
When it jumps, you run. What? When it jumps, you run. Boss!
Julia! All right? Boss.
Is he hurt?
That's it. Touch of shock is all.
Damn shame. Magnificent creature.
That is Morse or the tiger?
Of course. It's a damn shame all the same.
Sir. No harm was done.
All right. It's the main thing.
Nothing to worry about.
Carry on.
I'd always loved him, you see. Even as a girl. From the moment I saw him.
He spurned your advances.
Not at first. Only when he saw what Brutus had done to me. I thought I could win him over. I'd wait outside his house, visit him at the lab, and then...
You saw him with Ingrid York.
I think I could have taken even that. I mean, it was obvious what they were to one another. No. It was when I followed him to Goggins. Something snapped when I saw that the tiger was still alive.
He broke into the lab, took the tigress mask, dosed Lawrence's handkerchief with it.
I thought the next time he went to Goggins' place, that Brutus would attack him.
But the tiger broke free. There was no way you could control him.
I just wanted him to see what it was like. Just for a moment. That fear. I never meant anyone should come to harm. I just meant to scare him. If he could have understood. Maybe he could have loved me.
I'm not sorry about Hodges. Only that you stopped me.
You're better than that.
Once, maybe. No sergeant to keep me on the straight, see?
You've got Strange. I'm not sergeant material.
No, you're inspector material, but there's no shortcut. I'll help you fill in your application.
It's already in. I sit it at the end of the month. Thought it would be a surprise.
And the surprise is you pulled your finger out. Sweet dreams. That's why we fight. Drink them?
After today, several.
Better make the most. Last night of freedom.
Mrs. Thursday's back, is she?
Tomorrow. Longest 6 days of my life.
And on the 7th, he rested.